Recording started?
Yeah.
Okay, we're finally doing this, my friend.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
make it
finally
happen.
doing this.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Andre. I'm a new broker, real estate broker in Dubai. Here is in front of me my friend, my very close friend. I can call him even member of my family, Rafi Alam.
Thank you, my friend.
I think he can even tell more about himself a little bit, not like as I see him, but as he see himself. So I would love to
Oh,
see that.
how I see myself is too many things. I
How you
really
see
want.
yourself in 5 years?
Well, I've been in Dubai almost 22 years. I've been part of real estate, investing in it, family invested in it, so made a little bit of portfolio, seen everything since I've been here. But yeah, overall, I guess I'm some sort of a investor. I've done a lot of things over here, seen a lot of people come and go, and yeah, and I hope somehow I can help you with my experience.
I hope so. So I just prepare like several questions for you. Hope it will not take much of your time, like basically our time in total, in general. Let's start from the first question, if you don't mind. Okay. So the first question is like, what makes Dubai real estate different from other global markets? How do you think?
Yeah, so many answers to that, man. First, everybody's coming over here. So the market, there's great demand. You can see that. Returns are good. It's a safe place to invest. So I don't know how else it is different, but yes, right now it seems like it's the focus of the world. So and the whole world wants to come down over here. And yes, why not? Because it's a safe place. It's a secure place. It seems to be the future of the world. Not only Dubai, this whole region, but Dubai being the leader in that, they have a first mover advantage. They got into it 20, 25 years ago before anyone else realized that start investing in infrastructure,
Yeah.
make the city what it is. But because it takes time to get where they are right now. So I think that's why.
And do you think Dubai, for how long they can keep up the same level? Because they raised the plank so high, and mostly people says like, every other year I hear stories like, oh, Dubai is like overrated and it's gonna, it's like a balloon and it's gonna.
I don't like saying this, but haters will always hate.
Yeah,
Okay,
true.
whoever can't get in over here or who cannot be, let's say, successful over here, will always say it's a balloon. It'll burst. They'll go back to the country. But look, the leaders of this country, the way they're doing everything, I think it's gonna be forever, or at least till we're alive.
True, I agree with you. All right, then let's move to the second question. And the second one is, why are so many investors choosing Dubai right now? Like today, this year, basically.
I think this same as the answer like the last one is because first of all the returns are great. You can see in the last 2 3 years the way he handled COVID, and after COVID, the focus of the world changed over here. The world also changed. People want to work from home. People realize that you can work from anywhere, and then people suddenly realize that they can move. They can
Especially
go.
after Corona.
Yeah, of course. So because of that, I feel like that's one of the main reasons. The other reason is it is a safe place. You can bring your capital here. It's going to be secure. You're going to be protected by the laws. It's got all the right things going on, and that's what's attracting all the main investors.
All right, and personally, like I would like to see this answer from your perspective, like you as Rafi, as like the one who's investing, how you see that kind of situation.
Well, to be honest, I always thought I'll be living in Pakistan. I didn't think I'll be living
Really,
here. Yeah,
really?
Dubai used to be just a hub. We used to come here, spend a few days, few weeks, whatever. My brother was here. But the last 2 3 years, I spent more time over here, and I understand this is where I want to live. I see that this is a place because of everything. The way things are going, it's a no-brainer for me. It's close to my home. It's in the center of the world in a way. You can go anywhere from here. Connectivity. I mean, look, the list goes on and on. Why anyone would choose Dubai, but me personally, because I feel like it's home now, man. 22 years. I feel like I'm not a local, but I feel like I've been here long enough to know the city, how everything has happened, and it feels it's home now. I feel that last 2 3 years since I had a baby, especially,
Yeah.
I feel more inclined. I feel like this is my home. I feel patriotic about it. I get defensive about Dubai. I get not only Dubai, UAE overall. So yes, this if I would have had a second nationality, I wish it could have been or could be UAE. And Dubai is also, there used to be the American dream back in the day.
Yeah.
The American dream was, land of opportunity. You come down here, anything can happen. I think it's Dubai has become the new land of opportunity for sure. And I think if you work hard, if you're an honest person, a good person, over here you will be successful. You will succeed. I think anywhere in the world, but in a place like Dubai, where the rulers, where the people do value these kind of values more, people who appreciate honesty, hardworking, etc., then you will do well over here. So this is a place for that, for sure.
True. All right.
Although you got a lot of scammers here as well now. You
Yeah,
got every
man.
type of
Actually,
people.
the scammers. Yeah, but this is separate story.
Yeah, that's a
about
separate
Dubai.
podcast,
Yeah,
maybe.
we're gonna do a
Okay.
separate podcast about that. All right. The next question. Next question is: what are the biggest trends shaping the Dubai property market today?
Trends, man.
As you, I
Yeah,
mean,
as I see,
it's from your perspective
it's
only.
designer, man. Everyone, you want a big brand name, which is not bad, but it sells to some people. You've got Frank Mueller, Jacob and Co, Bugatti, Baccarat, you name it. That's become the new thing. That seems to be the trend. But otherwise, if you ask what type of properties, townhouses and villas, man, everyone's going towards that.
True.
That seems to be the trend. But overall, waterfront properties, anything that's unique, when I remember when I came to Dubai, Dubai Marina was the first thing that they had announced, and that's where we bought our first property, and that's where we started living. And I'll never forget at that time it was out of this world. This marina that they're making, and everybody was focusing on that. And then in the last after COVID, you can see as the market started picking up, waterfront, golf front, or golf living,
Golf estate, yeah.
oasis, lagoons, stuff like that. So they want to make it more and more unique. But yeah, the trend is to do something special over here.
Okay, but what is the trend, especially for you nowadays? Like you as an investor, where you see your trends happening right now? Where you would be most probably investing?
Look, personally, I like Emaar Oasis. It sounds good. Price is good. I like it. Floor plans are big. Plot size is decent. Price is good. Apparently, it's going to be the best Emaar development ever. They're raising the bar with this. So because of things like that, I'm attracted towards that. I like Abu Dhabi, to be honest with you. I've been looking at Hudayriyat. I've been looking into that. I like Al Jurf, Jebel Ali.
Yeah.
There's Aura by Ban coming up over there. There are other things over there, but Ban by Aura. But there are other things that are in the pipeline, I believe. Recently, I heard about Lunaya by the Barari people next to Jebel Ali, same area. So I feel like the city is coming towards this way. Although I am biased, I live in Marina, so for me, this side is better.
So let's move to the next question. The next one is off-plan still the best strategy for investors?
You see, you're asking, every question seems like it can have its own podcast, huh? Because look, off plan right now, again, it's a better price. It depends if you have time. Off plan is better. If you want to make quicker money, quicker returns, there are other options. You can do renovations, you can flip an apartment, you can, I don't know, get into commercial. There's so many things. So it depends on your appetite, I guess. But overall, off plan wise if you look at the stats, most of the sales have been off plan, apartments and villas. Me personally, look, it used to be back in the day the easier way to make money. Buy something off plan, sit on it for a few years, get a good payment plan, and reap the benefits close to handover or something. Obviously, it's getting harder and harder now, especially with the 50% payment before you can do a title deed transfer. So that has affected, or that has made things easier. But still, look, it depends. If you have lesser money, let's say, if you have less money to invest, maybe off plan is the right way to go because it's easier. You can put in down payment right now, pay every month, pay every 6 months, depends on which developer you go with. But it seems to be the easier accessibility with the off plan, or you can go for smaller apartment, for example. So it depends on the ticket size you are happy with.
From the perspective of a broker, I would say that the off plan is more interesting for us. As a smart broker, we try to think in advance, right? So if we work with you as like a broker and investor, I try to find for you the best options what you require, and therefore we set the strategy in the long term rather than I'm just offering you something that will take money and just go and disappear from the market. As many agents nowadays, even though I just started my career in real estate business, I already hear a lot of stories when brokers just selling something,
and then disappearing,
and they taking their commission and they just not only disappearing, maybe they're still in Dubai, but like
You know what I mean?
they
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
sell it.
Let's put it this way: if they were calling a client, I don't know, 10 times a day before, after getting the commission, they're not even replying to his
Yeah,
calls.
they
Maybe
just silence. Yeah.
But another thing I feel that people do or agents do is to make a sale, they will promise you that buy this right now, it's this price. After 6 months, after 1 year, I'll sell it for you. You'll make this much money. You know what I mean?
Okay, but by saying that, they have to give at least something that proves that, theory, let's call it like that.
Okay, but what is the proof? Just some analysis, some stats, some numbers that you make on a paper and show it to me. Is that what proof
Yes,
is?
but not only me making it,
I
but you
know.
can also
Yeah.
show it because now, as you know for sure, that everything is transparent in Dubai. You can open like some websites like DXB Interact, and you can see all actual
Transactions
transactions
and all,
going
yeah.
on right now.
Agreed.
So this analysis is what actual like smart broker gonna do for someone who is interested
Agreed.
to flip property. He can search, he can see the actual transaction, he can make analysis on most probably
True.
what kind of price is gonna be in like few
Yeah,
months,
true.
from 6 months or after the
Yeah, you can see the trend, you can see where
completion.
everything is going.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you can do that.
Of course, every area in Dubai it has a risks, right? You
Yeah.
cannot say that okay, you're gonna do this. Let's say 3 million in after completion, like you're gonna do for sure 100%. I don't share this idea to say like 100%. Every industry has a risk, especially when you in real
Yeah.
estate business, right?
Of course.
So yeah, but analysis must be done. But what do you think?
course.
Like analysis is not that
Look,
for you.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, look, the days have gone where an agent would just call you up and say, "Hey, buy this," and the guy would say, "Oh, you're an expert, and I'll take it." No, now people are more informed. They want you to show him some numbers, show him data, show him what has happened, and especially with things like DXP Interact, Property Monitor, and all, you can see what were the transactions. You can make an analysis out of that. You can make a very informed decision on those bases. And a good agent is someone who has that prepared. And a good agent is someone who presents these facts to a client rather than going on a feeling that I think this will be the best thing. I hear it all the time that the new palm will be like this palm because I feel it. Okay, you're right, because the old palm did well and the new palm should do better. But why? It's bigger, it's more plots, I don't know, footprints are bigger. You got to give the right analysis, right data.
All right, and therefore the next question gonna be similar to that. It's which area in Dubai have the highest growth potential, as per your opinion as well,
Yeah.
for you to invest, for example, in future. What do you think?
I'll say some more offbeat properties than everyone can talk about, the Dubai Hills, Palm, etc. That everyone knows. Personally, I like Victory Heights. Okay,
Okay.
not a lot of people know about it, or not a lot of people talk about it. But you've got Jumeirah Golf right next to it, which is trading at a very high price. I'm sure we'll pull up the data to get the exact per square foot. But Victory Heights is much cheaper. I know that for sure. For example, buying something 10,000 square feet plot in Jumeirah Golf will cost you around 22, 23 million dirhams. With a built up of around 7 or 8,000 dirhams.
If you're talking about plots, right?
Yeah, plots with something built on it. But in Victory Heights, you will see something similar, 10,000 square foot with a 7, 8,000 built up for maybe 14 million. And they're 5 minutes away from each other. They're both on golf courses. You get it? They're both in the same vicinity. Actually, Jumeirah Golf and Victory Heights is both in Dubai Sports City. They're both part of that. So a lot of people are going towards Jumeirah Golf, not towards Victory Heights, only because Jumeirah Golf became more premium, etc. But Victory Heights is one place. Barari, I'm sure you've heard me say again and
sure,
again.
Barari,
And I think the whole city is maybe talking about it. So Barari is a great potential. I think Abu Dhabi, Khudairiya, Thailand, Al Reem, all those are undervalued. I think the price is very good. It's like how Dubai was a few years ago when it was a good time to buy. Because right now, even me, I've been here 22 years, man. I wish I'd bought a lot of other things at prices I had seen back in the day. But it doesn't work like that, does it?
All right, tell me then top three from your perspective. Like, do not make it a long story. Like tell me
Okay.
top three of the property of the areas in Dubai that you might probably gonna consider to invest.
Okay. Al Barari, Jumeirah
no.
Golf Estates.
Jumeirah Golf Estate.
Palm, if I want to go for a higher ticket, and if I have a lot of money, then Emirates Hills, man. That's number one for sure right now, because less supply over there. Everyone's doing their own renovations, or end users are there. So if you have money and if you can buy something and renovate, I think that would be the best money maker.
So you consider it from the perspective of renovation, right?
Yeah, but like I said, gone are the days for me where you just buy off plan and wait and make money.
Yeah.
You got to be more active. You got to
Okay.
add value.
All right, and there's a separate question actually from my side. It's not in the list, but we spoke about it even before. Like when since I'm just starting this career, and we have this kind of things in office, like we have to call people, right? And we have
Cold calls.
exactly cold calls. What would you expect, people, how they would call you to not disturb you or to not annoy you? Like how you describe this typical conversation when you pick up the phone? I'm like, hi, this is Andre from this agency, and like, I'm trying to
Look,
get.
it depends. Again, like you said, someone calling me, I've been here for a while. I know the market myself, so I get annoyed.
Okay.
Unless and until it's some super agent who knows a lot and would be like, hey, I know how to make you money because I know how you work and there's another way. But overall, nobody likes cold calls, man. I'm sure you get cold calls for different things as well. The other thing is, if someone does make a cold call, look, you have to be very polite. You have to make sure you're not wasting the other person's time. I feel like the first thing you should do is ask him, is it a good time to talk? I want to talk about this. Do not get upset if the guy says I'm busy. Ask him politely, would you like me to call back later? Would you like me to drop you a message? And if he says drop me a message, then send a reminder. Not every day, every few days, maybe. And look, if he doesn't reply after a while, just let it go. I know these days the trend is that, oh, even your cold leads are not dead. You can make more money out of that. Pull all those numbers out, start calling everyone. That also works. It's a volume game, right? You got 1,000 calls, you'll make out of those 1,000, maybe one person will bite and you'll make money. That's also a way, but I think another way is of doing it, let's say the right way. The right way is a little more organically, a little more naturally. You meet someone's interested in it, do the best you can. If I show interest in something, don't only try to sell me, try to help me. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Rather than just saying, look, buy something here. No, okay, Rafa, you want to buy something for your family, you're looking for something. I think this is good value for you. So I guess it's how you approach. I also think it's how a person is. Some people are pushy, some people are nicer, some people are more, let's say, have better manners. So I would say it's a combination of that. Personally, for me, I would say someone like you, be yourself, man. You're a great person. I've known you for a while. Be yourself the way you've been with me with everything else. I think you'll be successful. It'll be easy to sell things being yourself.
For them to know,
Yeah.
I've been a personal trainer before, and Rafi came to me as
First boxing client,
first
kickboxing client.
Yeah, we start our boxing.
Yeah, you got me fit, man. You changed me as well, in that way at that time.
Exactly, yeah.
3 years now.
But anyway, yeah, you came to me that time, and then we start like see each other in actual life. I didn't call you, you didn't call me. Like even like when a client call you, a different story. When you call to somebody and trying to
I
convince
agree.
a different
I agree.
story.
You're right about that. I came looking for something rather than
Yeah.
imagine you coming and knocking on my door and saying, "Hey, you want to get personal training?"
Exactly.
Maybe it wouldn't have been the same thing.
It's like we're talking about, let's say, developer.
Yeah.
In developer office, people are coming already interested. So
I agree.
they're selling them
Yeah.
what they want.
Yeah.
And they target is
Look,
to sell.
let's put it this way. You've seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, of course. Of
You
course.
remember that scene where the guy calls up that guy? The guy's just sitting in his office, the client, and he says, "I've come across a great deal. I am putting my own money into it."
Yeah, when he just came in the new company.
Yeah, the new company, and they
Yeah.
go all surprised at how is this guy selling? Look, it's just something similar, isn't it? It's the gift of the gab. It's how you call, but a lot of times, a lot of people don't even know what they want. You get it? It's just funny. I find it very funny that Dubai is probably the only place in the world where someone will call you up and say, "Hey, you want to buy something worth 5 million dirhams? You want to buy something worth 10 million dirhams?" You can be walking in the mall and you'll have a kiosk. I remember they were selling the Ritz-Carlton Reserve villas outside Zara in Mall of the Emirates, that big atrium. They had a small kiosk. And okay, Ritz Carlton over here. I asked, what's the price? 200 million dirhams. Although today it sounds very normal, 200 million, but it was a few years ago. But I was just shocked that, you know what, maybe they will even sell it to someone or they'll find a client from there as well. But what I mean is, yeah, how can you call someone up and say, hey, you want to buy something worth 5 million dirhams? It's not easy. It's not an easy sell. You need to have leads that showed interest. Then it's maybe easier. So I'm sure nowadays, you have more data. You have these people giving
Yeah.
you numbers and all of people who want or who are interested.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you there. But leads who's already interested in properties, they are more likely to answer you in a better way, right? Than
Yeah,
you
and then a
just
cold call.
call
Yeah, of
somebody
course.
and just say you want to sell your house, or you want to buy something. No, I bought already. Okay, you
Yeah,
want to sell it? This
yeah.
kind of stuff is not working.
Look, I've got a funny story about this. A friend of mine, because Ramadan going on, he was fasting,
Yeah, yeah.
and he had to get just a board made for his company name. Okay, and so he spoke to someone, told them I want this, gave the sizes. Now the guy said I have to come and take pictures and give you the invoice, and you pay me, and some other things. So he said, okay, we'll do it in the next few days. Now that guy calls him up every day. Saying, I need to come take the sizes. Are you available? Okay. First few times he was busy, my friend. He couldn't do it. Then my friend was traveling. He'd gone to London or something because of the time difference. It was 6 a.m. over there. This guy called him up again. He told him, man, I'm traveling. I'll come back and do it. So then Ramadan started, and a few days ago, this guy called him up again. I was sitting with him, and he was so annoyed. I knew he was fasting. He just said to the guy, look, even if I want to do business with you now, I don't want to give it to you because you're so annoying. I told you so many
Annoying.
times, don't call me. I'll call you myself when I come back. So, anyways, but here's another funny thing. After he told him off, the guy still called him next day to remind him and send him a message.
That's the crusher,
So,
man.
yeah. So it's just a funny story, man. I thought I'll share with you.
Yeah, true. But this kind of brokers even exist.
Yeah,
Like when you
I
say
agree.
no, I
Yeah.
already bought properties. No, I don't want.
Mm.
They still gonna call you, and they're gonna consider that this is
Yeah.
like like extra mile
Look,
that they do.
just because we're talking about this, I'll tell you another thing. And if any brokers hear this who listen to us, there are a lot of brokers who call me up. We've got this event going on tomorrow at Sheraton.
Okay.
It's going to be a property expo where you can buy anything. Basically, they just book out a room. They get interested people to come in and they try to sign something with them. But yeah, man, a lot of people call you for that as well, and they make it sound like it's an official event from a big developer. That's also a little annoying to me, man, because I tell them don't call me for this, and then they'll give it the number to their colleague, and he'll call me up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's even worse. I want to get to the chain of it. First guy who got my number, passed it down. I'm gonna go beat him up, maybe.
You can report actually. I know that the
Yeah,
people
that's
can
true. Yeah,
report.
yeah.
You
No,
can
no.
tell them that
Yeah.
you
You can bar the
delinquent.
numbers as well if you really want to. But they're smart, man. They'll give the number to the other guy, then he'll call. How many
Yeah,
numbers you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
block?
True. Okay, let's move to the next question. How do payment plan influence investment decisions?
Well, you can tell by all the different creative payment plans everyone's offering, it does make a big difference, man. Because less outlay from my pocket right now. I can get handover and pay the rest of it later on, 40% after handover. I can start making money on my property. So, of course, the better payment plan will influence a lot of people into buying with that developer who's giving let's say a 70-30 payment, 30-70 payment plan or something like that.
30-70.
Yeah.
And for you personally, like which one is the best? Like I would not say the best. Let's
The best is when I don't have to pay anything and I get a property.
okay. Which one you consider like better way to invest? Like with which type of payment plan?
Look, obviously, where the least I have to put down as a down payment, and where the most I can get post handover payment plan, because after I get handover, I can put the property on rent, for example, or I can use it myself and then pay slowly. So obviously, it feels better on the pocket, right? I'm paying slowly. It's like paying rent in a way.
Beside the price of the property, what you look else for when you choose the property? What you look at?
Location, what's around it, is it a community or not? Now that I'm married, I need a park close by to take my child. I want more activities like that, more child friendly things, let's put it that way. Right now I live in the marina, so we like walking to the mall is a walk away. So these things, now I've been thinking about moving, but I also think that if I don't have these things close by anymore, I don't know how I'll be living over here. It's become my way of life. But it's not only me, I'm sure everyone is like that. And once you get a taste of that type of life in Dubai, where it's the community, you've got, I don't know, basketball court, tennis court, good amenities around you, walking distance, it makes a big difference, man. Especially with the traffic now, you don't want to go anywhere. You want to be inside your community or compound, wherever you're living. So yeah, I look at a lot like at things like that. For example, Talal Al Gaf new community of my friend is living there. I go there a lot. I like it. It's very nice, very child friendly. And then let's say Nadal Shiba, if you go and visit one of the villas there, big villas and all, but it's not a community. You know what I mean? It's just streets and villas.
Yeah.
You're not going to see parks. You're not going to see that it being that child friendly. Let's put it that way. So yeah, for me personally, these things matter.
So it must be like a proper master plan which is already done. Community must be community.
Yeah, must be master plan. I don't know, but community means also, for example, I want good restaurants around me, man. Who deliver, who are close vicinity as well. It's a lot of these things. But yes, for sure, you're right about that. If it's well planned out, the master community, yeah, you'll have everything within, I don't know, 2-3 kilometer radius.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Let's go to the next one. And is the rental yield of capital appreciation more important?
Look, rental yield, if you need to be more liquid, once you buy something, you want money to be coming in. Capital appreciation is you're going to wait till you sell it, right? Because capital appreciation is only on paper. You have a property that you bought for 1 million, now it's worth 2 million. But that extra million you'll only make when you sell it.
Exactly.
You get it?
But
whereas rental yield,
personally for you, I mean, like you see more into the when you buy the property as like an investor.
capital appreciation there.
More about
Obviously,
capital appreciation.
There's more juice there.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's more interesting, right? Like, let's say you bought something at 5 million, then whatever you do to it, add value, whatever, wait year, 2 years, 3 years, and then you see it's worth 10 million. That's amazing.
How about both this at the same? Like, you can, while you buy, let's say, off plan, right? And then you can actually start with buying something off plan, invest a little bit of it,
get handover, put it on rent,
exactly.
Let the price go up, hold on to it for a while,
exactly. That's
eat the rent, and then sell
I
it.
thought you were gonna say that way.
Well, there you go. I give you the answer you wanted.
Okay, cool. So I can lead my conversation in my way. Right? All right. The next question. What role does technology play in buying property in Dubai?
I've heard or I'm hearing that soon you can just buy a property online now. You don't have to do anything else. Everything will be online. You don't need to go to trustee's office. You're going to have your e-signature. You're going to have your, like you have a UAE pass. Through that, you'll be able to complete the transaction. It's great because it gives more confidence to investors, to people. Obviously, some people like doing it the old school way, that of going there physically. But I think nowadays with technology, with Google Maps and pictures, and then live video call, etc., you can almost check everything through technology.
Actually, yeah, I saw recently was one board. It's even somebody sent to our group in WhatsApp that even Emaar advertising something like that, you don't need to approach any broker anymore.
Yeah, so you can do it directly from them, online through their app.
Do you think this kind of strategy gonna affect like brokers in a matter of like next 5 years, or just again? I heard this kind of talkings like from before, but now again it's coming up.
Look, I think good brokers will always stay. They have to. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
No matter how AI technology goes, you still need people to do the jobs.
Human needs human,
human needs humans. You get it? Doesn't matter. I do everything on AI on my app. For example, I'm buying something, but now I want to go see it. I don't know the way. I need the seller or the agent to take me there. So you'll always need people. But more than that, good agents will survive no matter what. I agree. Mediocre agents, low average agents will not survive only because technology will do a better job than them. Because right now, what is an agent actually doing? Finding a property, doing all the paperwork for you, and doing, in a way, that's what you're relying on an agent for, right? Once everything is online, that, sign this, and everything is done. No need to go to land department, no need to go to trustee office. Everything is taken care of. So it'll give more people more confidence to do more transactions. Because right now, I know a lot of people, especially in Pakistan, for example, they're a little intimidated that, how do I find something? Even if they want to buy something from Emaar, how do I buy something from Emaar?
Yeah.
Which office do I go to? Who do I just walk in? I need to know someone, you know what I mean? So you need someone to handhold sometimes, I guess.
True, like also from my side, I would say maybe even if you'll take this theory that all brokers will disappear from like as a companies, like they will disappear, but they're gonna be only developers who are gonna have their own brokers. So basically, only big developers, let's say like Emaar, Dubai Holdings, and all that kind of big names gonna be there, and they're gonna have their team. So in case in somebody like need proper advice or like make them tutorial or like show the apartments, they can rely on them.
Yeah, little bit like Deliveroo, right? You order everything online. Something goes wrong, then you call them.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, something goes wrong, you can still complain without calling anyone. But the last straw is they have a backup team of people to resolve the issue. So I guess something like that.
Because yeah, as I see some people, as you said, like in your country, in my country as well, there is some people who literally don't understand and they lost in when they open in some apps and there's so much information.
Yeah,
They
true.
try to scroll it, they don't
That's true.
understand. Even if it's
That's
easy,
true.
they just get lost there.
That's true.
So some
That's
human
true.
gonna be more likely suitable for them than just iPhone, like you know.
Bro, I like to think of it this way. You and I live in Dubai. We know the market well, or we know this place, it's our city. So for us, it's easier to tell someone, hey, Dubai Hills is good, Jumeirah is good, Palm is good. You know what I mean? Because we know the place. But someone who's never been here, if you're telling him, hey, look, downtown is far away, there's too much traffic, Marina is on this side, he cannot envision it, he cannot understand it. And if he has to decide that I've got, let's say, $1 million, where do I invest? It's going to be hard. Think of it this way. If I tell you, hey, bro, invest money in Islamabad, my city, and I live in F8 sector, but F7 sector, this price, etc. I don't think it's gonna be that easy a decision for you to make, right? Because you'll be like, I want to go see it myself. I want to see how the development is. I want to see how the area is. What's the distance from the center of the city, etc. So it's hard to explain everything. We think that just because we're in this city and we know, Palm Jumeirah prices are going high, you call up a person, say, hey, buy in Palm Jumeirah price is going high. The guy's gonna say, come on, I want to understand a little bit more. I want to see it physically. I want to see if I have to live in that place, where it is, do I even like it? So I feel like this thing gets lost in translation to a lot of people. They just assume that because I'm calling from Dubai or I'm an agent here and I'm telling you, just listen to me. No, this has to be a little more caressing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, look, from my side, if somebody offered me something to buy in Pakistan, if it's gonna be you, even like, I would definitely say that give me at least a little bit of time. I need to check.
And give me more information.
Yeah, I need to check, and then more information. Yeah, analysis. That's what. By stepping into this industry of real estate, now I understand how these steps works, right? So I can ask you a particular question that's gonna clear my mind and like give me some vision of what Islamabad is and like where I can potentially invest, like how the market growth in particular time.
Agreed.
Honestly saying that I think personally that Dubai gonna grow more and more, and also there is a lot of population comes in Dubai. Like I don't know. I don't want to say exact numbers, but it's
but pull them up and put it under the screen that how many people are coming in, population growth.
I'll try to do that also, and I'll put it on the screen. But it was crazy amount of people came through last 5 years in Dubai,
true.
And you can even notice
even the amount of tourists is increasing and increasing more and more.
You can even understand by traffic, like how many.
Yeah, look, you and I live here. We can't explain that
takes.
to people. You feel it.
Yeah,
you get it. I've been telling my wife, for example, she's only been living here for 4 years now, and I told her you can feel it that there's more traffic. You're spending more time in the car. Before something used to take us 15-20 minutes. Now it takes us half an hour, 40 minutes, double the time. But nothing else has changed. Actually, they made more and more roads. But it's just that there are more people coming in. I keep saying that Dubai has become a victim of its own success when it comes to traffic. Just so many people are here, so many developments, because everybody wants a piece of this life. I don't blame them.
And also in the same time they're developing as fast as like crazy. All these extensions, like before like 10 years. You can't see anything like now in Dubai, like all these areas like Jebel Ali, for example, or Dubai South, or all these areas. There was nothing, right? This was like just empty.
Well, Dubai was nothing in that way. If you look at it, if you look at pictures of 1980s and 90s, when I say nothing, I mean there were just few buildings. There was only Bur Dubai and that, and you see Sheikh Zayed Road was a single lane road.
So I'm just trying to say that in like amount of 10 years, it's a very short period of time actually, and then in this short period of time, it's Dubai going to become even much better for investors because there's going to be so much more opportunities for them to invest, to reinvest, to flip, whatever, to rent. Dubai will never stop. No matter people going to say, because again, people always going to judge. We know that. It's all right.
That's true.
But getting back to this question, it's I believe Dubai gonna blow up and it's gonna give a lot of opportunities for potential investors who are gonna come to Dubai. And I hope personally also, because my vision also, I would love to invest in Dubai. I would love to stay here because I see the value in this country. I see how authorities deal with the people. I like it. I see how they treat people. I see, there is no crime. I mean, even there is a crime.
That's true.
You can compare to other countries, right?
I agree.
It's all again open information. You can understand. You can. That's why people go into their countries. Why they are coming back again because they understand that in their countries it's not
Yeah,
okay.
they see the difference.
They see the difference. Yeah, they just like
True.
recharge again and
Yeah,
they coming
true.
back again here to Dubai.
True.
So yeah. Okay, the next question. What separates a good broker from a great broker? That's a very interesting question because you've been dealing with many brokers apparently from before because you started your career
True.
or your experience with some brokers and then you
True.
had many stories also. But what separates from your particular,
Yeah.
your vision,
From my perspective.
your perspective,
Yeah.
yeah, as Rafi
Yeah,
Alam,
yeah.
how you see like what experience you had bad and good? Maybe you can give like one story or two stories.
Look, I like we discussed in the beginning. Someone who's prepared, someone who knows what he's doing, someone who's got the numbers. You see, I met so many people who just throw numbers in the air. They don't even know what they're talking about. Now we have the internet, chat GPT, so it's even easier to verify and check.
Yeah.
But I remember, I mean, I've been here 22 years, like I
Yeah.
said, people are always speculating that price will go there, this will happen over here, without any basis behind it. You know what I mean? Now people have become a little bit more prepared, let's say, they'll have an Excel sheet, a presentation where they're saying, hey, this is the per square foot over here, this was the price next door, etc. But look, I just think to be a great broker, I just think to be a great person, be as honest as you can, be as genuine as you can. It translates out on people. I can pick up on it. Let's put it that way. How do I pick up on it? I hate to say it, but yeah, I judge someone if I feel like someone is lying, someone is not being authentic, making up things, pretending to be someone else, or just trying to impress me with the wrong way. Impress me with, I don't know, being nice, being good with numbers, being more polite, etc. That makes a difference. But that's me personally. I know some people who like it when their broker comes in a Ferrari, with a expensive watch, all flashy, talking big numbers.
Yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
these kind of things, how you see them, how you treat them.
Bro, let's put it this way. A few years ago, I used to think in school, I would have been the guy with the, Ferrari like that, rolling around like that. Now I don't know, with age, you become more simple, become more down to earth. I don't know what's the right word, but yeah.
So I assume it depends on proper timing when you approach this or that human because as
Yeah,
you
that's
said,
true.
like
You're right.
you can approach me today or you
True.
can approach me after 5 years. You're
Yeah,
gonna be two
true.
different persons, right?
Whether you know what they say, when you put your hand in a stream, in a river, and you take your hand out and put your hand again, you're not the same man, and that's not the same river.
Yeah, true. Very interesting. I agree with it actually. I agree with that. Yeah. I think we have actually the last question from the list. It's should investors focus on short-term flipping or long-term holding? So that's actually what I already asked you from before, right? Like,
True. Look, obviously, short-sighted people will look at quick flips, etc. Everybody wants to make a quick buck, man.
Yeah.
So look, anything that is good takes time. You get it.
But again, the more money you want to make, the more risk you're gonna have,
Yeah,
right?
of course, the
It's
risk
the
as well.
same.
Yeah, I guess it's a balance of everything, right? How much risk you want to take, how quickly you want to make money, how much you're willing to do to make that money. I don't know, buy something and sell it quickly without renovating it properly. Let's say, putting in bad materials, lying about it. I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
that situation, like one of our friends wants to get one wheeler, right, and invest only like initial amount, and then he expects a millions out of that wheeler, right?
Yeah,
But
true.
normally they say you have to get, like in our vision as a broker, we have a rule to not advise people to get something even when they have flipping idea in their mind if you don't have full amount because there is a big potential risk that
True.
you might not achieve
Yeah.
what you want to achieve.
True, but if the person knows it and he's taking the risk, then it's his risk. You know what I mean? That's how a lot of people made money back in the day, bro. They
Yeah,
were
true. I
flipping,
mean, you're saying if he fails, he fails. If
he
he
fails,
win,
he
he
fails.
wins.
He knows what the risk he's taking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. For me, I'm the guy who's taking risks.
Yeah.
That's, you know me, right? So I'm the one who's like always on, who's always trying to, like, try to take risks basically. But again, from the perspective of proper real estate broker, I'm just saying that this kind of situation might affect potential buyer negatively next time when you're gonna, again, he gonna manage with this situation. But if you work with someone and then you was in this situation and you was the broker and he was the buyer and he went for that situation, he gonna manage that. He gonna
Yeah.
find the money. He gonna figure out.
Yeah.
In the worst case scenario, he gonna close it at a zero profit or
Yeah.
whatever. But he gonna not call you next time because you was the one who brought him in this
No, so don't advise someone to do short-term flipping. You know what I mean?
without having full amount, right?
Yeah, of course. You should obviously give him the best advice. Tell him you don't have the money. You're thinking gonna flip it without having to pay the rest of the amount, and let's say your deposit will get forfeited. You've laid out all the risks. Like a doctor when he's doing a surgery, he tells you, look, if you do this surgery, there's a 10% chance of you, I don't know, losing your eyesight, losing your limb, whatever. You being the professional, you let the guy know, and then it's up to him. It's called informed consent.
Exactly. Okay, but in the same time, the other scenario of the same situation, if there's a proper agent, like broker, who already let's take this. He already called you. He impressed you. He was calling in the right time. He impressed Mr.
Said the right
Afialan,
things,
all the right things.
And I decided to buy something.
All came at once, like moon and sun and stuff.
Yeah.
And then eventually you come up to this decision that he calculate for you everything. He made for you analysis, and he made for you this kind of decision that we have to get this villa.
No, well, it's still not his decision, is it? Well, not with someone like me. You know what I mean? It'll be my decision.
Yes, true. I mean, but the outcome gonna be still the same. And
true.
Why
but that happened to me once.
Why I'm asking that? I just wanna tell you why I'm asking that, because you already respect this guy as a broker. You already trust them. You trust him. And this situation suddenly happened. Will you still be able to connect with him after, or are you gonna be
look?
because of him?
Let's say if whatever went wrong was because of him. If you told me that, hey, buy this thing, I know that I will be able to get you permission to, let's say, extend this villa, and it's my guarantee. Or I know other people that done it. I know someone who'll do it. And then if you don't pull through on that, of course I'll never work with you. I'll be upset with you. But if you come to me and say, look, there's potential to make money over here, but there's a downside. You might not make this money because this might not happen. So now we decide there's a risk to it.
You have to explain everything.
Yeah, explain everything. That's my choice. Like I said, like a doctor tells you. Doctor tells you, look, if you can see, let's say 50% from your eye, if I do this surgery, you might not see at all, or you'll get 200% vision.
Yeah.
Now it's your risk, it's a 50-50, 70-30, whatever it is. Yeah, you quantify it to some extent, and then you let the guy decide, because the guy who's paying has to make the decision, my friend. Like I said, that's why I don't like pushy agents, because some agents are too in love with the product they're selling. This is a great deal. This is a great deal. I just found this, I know a friend, or my broker friend or another one has told me about this thing. Nobody else has it. I've just learned in Dubai, any deal that comes by, more or less is in the market. There are few people, there are some brokers, there are some deals that only go to special people, or it comes to only certain types of investors. Those are different, but it seems like everything else, you can go on propertyfinder.com and see almost any property or whatever is available in the market. Yes, there are going to be some special property, they don't want to list it, they want to keep it off market. That's a different thing. But more or less, you can judge the market from website, by Youth, etc. You go online and you'll know what the price is of that area, what's the comparable. If somebody's offering you something in the building, you can see what's the price in that building, what somebody else is selling it for. So not a lot of people can say, hey, I didn't know. In this day and age, if somebody says that, then maybe he shouldn't be investing in real estate, or shouldn't be investing in that big amounts of money if he can't do this recce or research himself.
All right. Yeah, I understand. 100% I agree. And honestly, from my side, we've done our list of questions.
Okay, great. I really enjoyed myself. It was a great conversation. I hope we have more and more of these.
Likewise.
Yeah, and I hope these conversations, I don't know, some people enjoy it. They like watching it. They like hearing it. And maybe we can talk about other subjects as well.
Okay, bro. It was nice to see you today.
It was a great thing, man. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much. Alas.
Alas.
Then we're going to close the deal on that.